do you want me to talk about? Okay. Hello, I'm Yvonne Graves. I'm the head teacher at Bromwich Primary School. I have 282 pupils from wide ranges of backgrounds, many of them from very vulnerable families who have all sorts of issues that they come to school with and that affect their learning. And as part of our ongoing pastoral support of our children, and we found that so many of them had such special needs that was affecting their learning, the emotional parts of their lives were impacting on how they were actually getting on in school, that in the past we had used counsellors who've come into school, done some work with the children over a few weeks and then disappeared again. And we've always found that then there's children, majority of, have spiralled back down again to have the same sorts of issues. So we decided that we really needed to develop a pastoral support team within the school. And so several of my teachers and my support staff were trained on the Link Support Worker training course with BrQthru. And also we have a specialised therapist that comes in to work with our most vulnerable children. But really what we were aiming at was to make sure that all of our children had the support and therapy that they needed, but that they had the ongoing support. So we found that some children that may have seen the BrQthru therapist have then gone on to be supported for further time with our link support workers, and then they may have finished their time, but then things happen again. And the family situation changes and the issues begin to rear their heads again. So by analysing what's actually happening with these children via SDQs and things, we then can immediately put the support back into place. We can take additional advice from BrQthru therapists if we feel that's needed. And also the families are involved far more. And we find that our parents of children who've had therapy or support through the pastoral team or the BrQthru therapist will actually come to us now and say, look, we've got this happening in the family, please, can they have a bit more support? And that's what happens. It's an immediate response. And what we found that children that in the past were heading for exclusion because they may have had a bit of therapy, they may have seen CAMS for a bit, or they may have had someone come into school, it just didn't fix the issue. But by having the family involved centrally to the whole thing that we're doing, working with the children, and so being straight off the mark if anything happens to them or you notice a change in their behaviour, and staff are much more clued into attachment issues and things now that so many children have, that we've just found it really, really successful. And the children that have had therapy are doing amazingly well. All groups of children in my school do exceptionally well nationally. Even though they come into us at very low levels, they go out within the top 5% nationally for their academic progress. And that is all groups of children who have such horrendous things happening in their home lives. But by us all working together, the family, the school, the link support worker, all talking about their issues and supporting each other, we find it to be really successful. And the children actually benefit so much more.